All right, let's take a look at theme number 2. Okie dokie. Um, you didn't get your link, Tony said. Tony, send an email. If you didn't get your link for tonight's class, send an email to Kathy, Kathy, at mygirlfriendsquillshop.com. Shop has 2 P's and an E. And she'll make sure and get that to you. Make sure you check your spam folders, promotions tabs, all of those things. So I know the link has gone out. So, but if you still have checked all those things and you still do not see it, reach out to Kathy, Kathy, and she will be sure to get that for you. Okay. All right. So theme number 2, we're talking about, what are we talking about this week, my friends? Tea towels. Deborah White got it right. Tea towels. We're talking tea towels this week. And super excited about it. Lisa said, hey, Chris, are you going to get more of the tea towels from yesterday? The Better Not Pout ones. I know. Guess what? Better Not Pout ones went whoop, out the door so incredibly fast, like within an hour or so. We are trying to get more of those tea towels. Our distributors have run out. So right now, as of right now, we don't have more tea towels. So we sold as many as we had. And there were quite a few. But you guys loved them, and I love them too. They're really, really so cute. Oh. And so we're trying. We're trying to get more. And if we do, I will be certain to let you guys know first. All of our 3 at 3 friends. Okay? All right. So, in fact, well, what we're trying to do is, if we can possibly, get them for like the day after Thanksgiving or something, we might do a big thing with that too. But anyway, we're trying. So I will for sure let you guys know. So yesterday we talked about the gather tea towel, right? And how to gather it, tie it on the sides so it doesn't fall off. Interestingly enough, our friend who also joins us on here, let me look up her pictures. Sandy Lee or Sandy Lai. I'm not Sandy. I'm so sorry if I've slaughtered your last name. She sent me these pictures, which I thought was really cool. And it's not what our tutorial is today, but I wanted to share it with you because what a clever idea. She said, she wrote me last night. She said, Chris, have you ever seen where people have taken a hot pad and sewed it down the middle, and then you're able to hang it from the oven? I had not seen that. So she sent me these pictures. I thought I would show you real quickly. Take a look at that. Like, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So smart. There's one picture. Here's another one, a little bit different view. So you can see the back side of it. You can see the line of sewing down the center. You've already got the little loop, and all you have to do is add a button, and you've got a tea towel that will hang. Isn't that cute? Quite clever. Clever, clever people out there. So thank you, Sandy, for sharing that with me. That was really fun. The download yesterday is in deal of the day. It's now the $4.99. Yesterday it was free. I have a new free pattern for you today though, but you can still find both of them under deal of the day. And I can't get email to Kathy to go out. I'm not sure, Tony. Send an email to Jessica, Jessica, and see if that works. I don't know why Kathy's wouldn't be working. Okay, very clever, right? So that was yesterday's. Today I'm going to show you something new. You ready for it? I just barely finished it myself. It was something I wrote a while ago, but I wanted to update it with cute fabrics. So, there's nothing as cute as this. Anyone recognize that fabric? There we go, go. Look how cute. So today I'm going to show you how to do the patchwork tea towel. Isn't that fun? With rickrack and patches that go across. And if I open it up, you can see the whole thing. It's so cute that you almost hate to fold it up, right? To hang it. But that's how it looks. This is from We Wish You a Merry Christmas, for those of you who guessed that correctly. And there we go. So are you ready to learn how this is done? So what a fun way to use scraps of fabric or to use some of your favorite prints, add them to the bottom of a tea towel, and it really adds a huge, a big pop to that tea towel. Now, of course, you don't have to just stop there. Hey, you could do the same thing as we did yesterday and gather this at the top, and you could have a gathered patchwork tea towel, right? Or you could do a cute applique right there as well, a monogram, whatever you want to do. Okay, so let's talk about how this works. I've got a free pattern for you. It's found under Deal of the Day today. All right, so it's okay, you don't have to write all this down. So what you're going to do is you're going to start out with 3.5-inch squares, and you want 8 pieces that are 3.5-inch squares, and you just sew them together, right sides together with, now this is important because the math is, this is the way the math is going to work, my friends. I'm going to take you over here to the sewing machine real quick. You do need to do a 1/2-inch seam allowance, okay? 1/2-inch seam allowance on this one. So I'm just going to sew a few of them together. I'm not going to do all 8, but I'm going to, let's see, today I am working on the Baby Lock Crescendo, and ooh, I don't know if I can get any closer here. Might have to go from behind. Okay, so let me just show you real quick. I'm going to move my needle over to the very left-hand position, because when I do that, that's going to give me the 1/2-inch seam allowance if I use the edge of my presser foot as my guide. Okay, so do that one, and where did I have my other piece? I'm not seeing it. Okay, never, it's fine. Oh, there it is. It was where my computer was. All right, let me do one more. So 2 pieces right side together. I'm just going to sew this. So you're going to sew 8 of these in a row, again using a 1/2-inch seam allowance. All righty. I'm just going to do 3 for now. Okay, now I'm going to take you, oh, you're going to see this messy area. Okay. So I'm going to take these 3 and press my seams open. Yeah, Larry says 1/2-inch seam allowance. I must reprogram my mind. Oh, that is so true. But trust me, you'll be glad you also did a 1/2-inch seam allowance when you go to press your seams open, right? All righty, there we go. And if you don't press them open, it's not the end of the world. It just, let's see, let me show you. It just lays a lot flatter. Okay. All right. So now what we want to do is we're going to pretend that we have all 8 of these in a row sewn together. So let's say you are wanting to make these as gifts for people. This would be so easy to just hurry and do a quick, just sew, and do it in like an assembly line fashion, and go from there. Okay, so today I'm going to use Kimberbell Rickrack Trim, and there's 3 different sizes. I'm going to use the biggest size on this one. It doesn't really matter which size, but what you need to do is you have to cut 2 22-inch pieces. All right. But I want to show you the trick. Sometimes people wonder, how do you add the rickrack to the sides and not have any holes or any gaps or openings showing. So I'm going to show you how I do that. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move my needle to the center position. All right, so that's the first thing, center position. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to place this, let's see, there we go. You see that? I'm going to place it right up against the edge of my fabric. So see the little mountains and valleys here? You want the mountains to touch the edge of your fabric. And yes, you have gaps here, right? But when we turn this out, you won't see those gaps, okay? So that's really important. Sometimes people think, oh, I should go off of the edge a little bit. I should, you know, which way should I go on? No, what you want to do is you want to butt up the mountain against the edge of your fabric, and then what we'll do is we're going to sew straight down the center. All right? Okay, so hi Sandy, you just popped on. I was just talking about you. I was just showing the pictures that you sent me. Okay, so that's what we're going to do here. And I'll put this down here, so hopefully you can see it. I don't have anyone else here to help me today, so we'll do the best we can for a minute. Okay, so I'm going to put this under my presser foot. My presser foot, you know what, I'm going to move this a little bit here. You know what I'm going to do? Sorry, excuse me for just a quick second. I'm going to take off the table, and then that way I can get up close. All righty, let's try this again. There we go. That's a little bit better. There we go. Okay. Needle is in the center position. My rickrack is on the right-hand side of my patchwork. The mountains of the rickrack are touching the side edge of my patchwork strip. And I don't know if you can tell, and this won't apply to everyone, but if you happen to have a machine that's got a laser guide on it, do you see how the laser guide is going down? I'll turn it off for a minute, and now I'll turn it back on. I love to use, if you've got a machine with a laser, use it when attaching rickrack, because if you will follow where the laser is going down the center of the rickrack, you'll have perfect results every time you go to sew on rickrack. Okay, so here we go. I'm making sure it's touching. I'm making sure my laser is going down the center, and voila. Okay, so again, I'm just doing this on a small sample to show you, but you would normally do this 8 strips across. So that's what it looks like on the front. So now what we'll do is we'll come down here, and I'm going to just trim that little bit off. And now what we do is we bring this out. So we press out. Here. So it's like this. I'm going to press it out this way and give it a really good press. And in fact, I like to use steam when I do this part. And you'll do this actually on both sides. Okay, so there we go. Isn't that fun? So now look at that. You don't see any gaps in there. This is what the back side looks like, but this is where your front looks like. You just have a little nice little scallop popping out the bottom. And then of course you would have a scallop going along the top too. So you would do this on both sides, and then all you have to do is attach it to your tea towel. So let's take, for example, if I were doing, okay, so this is the tea towel that we're working on today. Let's say I wanted to do it on both sides. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this down here, bring this down. And how I did this, how I did mine, was I used the edge of my tea towel, the bottom edge, I used that seam as my guide because the seam was straight. And so that's what I used as my guide. So I made sure that when I attached this, and you'll just put in a few little pins, when I attached it, the bottom of my scallop came down and touched the seam on my tea towel. And then that way I knew it was straight. So then all you have to do is you go back to your machine and now you top stitch all along, just about a 1/16 of an inch, all the way down the fold. All right, and then you'll have something like that. Kind of fun, right? And again, you'll do it on both sides. Now on the edges, what you want to make sure to do is that you will trim up your edges so that your rickrack does not extend beyond there. And what I do is just fold this over just a little bit, press it, then just place it right up against the edge. So now I have two clean edges, the tea towel and my patchwork, and I'm just going to do a straight top stitch along there. And that's as easy as it goes. All right, so here we go. Here's the finished tea towel. Isn't that fun? So cute. And then here we are, like this. And what a fun gift this is to give to someone else or for yourself, right? So there we go. All right, so that is today's tutorial. I hope that helped, and let me see if you have any questions real quick. I'll just kind of scroll through. Cute project. Kathy asked, wouldn't it be a good idea, let me pull this down. Wouldn't it be a good idea to wash the towel and fabric before sewing so they don't shrink when washed? Yes, you could. Truth be told, Kathy, I don't. Because I just like it nice, clean, and everything, you know, just clear cut, because to be honest, I use mine more for decoration. But if you were really, yeah, for sure, if you were really concerned, you could pre-wash. The thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to pre-wash small pieces. So you would have to do it in, like, you know, bigger pieces of fabric and then cut it down and do some spray starch or something. But you really don't want to cut your squares and then pre-wash it. So that would be the only thing to, you know, be certain of. But total personal preference for sure. Oh my goodness. Wow, Beth. She says, OMG, I have sewn for 50 years and always wondered how that was done. Thank you so much. It does look nice, doesn't it? Very simple, easy peasy to do. Yay! Gloria says, great tip on rickrack. So glad you liked that. My laser. Yeah, Kathleen says, reason I bought my machine. Love my laser, great for sewing half square triangles too. Yeah, so true. I do love the laser. We don't have it on all of our machines, just some of them. And you know, if you don't have one, it's okay. I mean, you can certainly sew a seam down the center without one, right? We've done it for a long time. But it's one of those nice to haves, you know, it's just nice to have. And if you've got it, use it. Just like what, you know, what Mama told you, if you got something, flaunt it, or whatever Mama said, I don't know. Got it, flaunt it. So, you know, if you've got a laser, use it. If you don't, it's okay. No worries. No worries. Let's see. Alicia said she's sewing as I sew, so I guess we are sewing together. I love that. Speaking of, I need to show you something. Okay, yep. All right. You could use a straight piece of fabric instead of patchwork strips. Oh, yeah, sure. Leftover from projects if you had small strips. Oh, definitely. This is just an idea of if you're going to do it across a tea towel, this is how it measures. You got to do 3.5-inch squares, use a 1/2-inch seam allowance. You'll be able to get the 8, and it's going to look beautiful across the tea towel. And it's all going to measure the right way. Okay? But yeah, you can take this idea and, do all sorts of things with it. So, all right. Oh, Judy said, gonna have my granddaughter help me make these for Thanksgiving gifts. Her name is Finley, and she loves to come to Mimi's to sew. Oh, I bet she does. Hi, Finley, if you're out there. That's so cute. I love when we can get our kids sewing with us. That's for sure. Definitely. That is true, Brenda. My mother never said that. She said to put it away. Yeah, true. True story. All right. Let's see. Kristen asked, do you ever have any needle turn applique? I will tell you, it's not my favorite. There's a lot of people who love it. I just don't enjoy needle turn applique, so I don't feel confident enough in teaching it, but we certainly could find someone who could help us out if you wanted to learn that. We could even have a special guest on for 3 Things at 3 and learn needle turn, but that is definitely not something I would be comfortable in teaching. I don't want to pretend I know something I don't. You know what I mean? All right. Someone asked what size are the tea towels. I can't remember. What are these? Oh, hey.
Ginger's kitchen with the lights.
Look who I have with me.
Hi, guys.
Look at that.
So somebody blinged up Ginger's kitchen.
Okay, show everyone while I measure this.
Corey McCormick blinged up Ginger's kitchen.
Look how
she put twinkle lights on there, you guys. They're so cute.
That's adorable. I love that.
Is that so fun? Look at that, the cookie tester.
27. So that's cute.
That is so fun. I had to share that. She is. It's so cute.
Tell her that's amazing.
I love
that is amazing. I love it. Okay, I just measured the tea towel. It is 20 by 27 inches. Okay, 20 by 27. Alrighty, so that is today's tutorial. Hey, I was going to show you this too earlier, and I almost forgot. But speaking about sewing with me while we're doing 3 at 3, Donna, I got to give a shout out to Donna Barshinger. She sent me this picture yesterday after 3 at 3, and she said, "See, I told you I was finishing the Twilight Boulevard while watching you." So there's the Twilight Boulevard in the background, and there's her iPad, and yes, that is me right on there. And what I thought was cute is she also has the iPad holder that's lifting up the iPad that is from our Christmas club. How cool is that, right? That was our very first Christmas club. So, or was it Christmas? Now I'm second guessing myself. No, that wasn't Christmas club. That was from Make It Mondays. I think that was from Make It Mondays. Anyway, it was one of our classes we did. I think it was Make It Mondays. But anyway, it's so fun to see that. So thank you, Donna, for sending me that picture. All right. Tana said you can also make an apron with that. Yes, you could. Yes, you could.